friends, I'm your host Shashi with you all on Women Dialogues to create more voice for women and by women. And today's our guest, someone very special, as she says she is from global. And as if I'm talking about where she is from Colombia, Ecuador, USA, and then now in Belgium. And so her beautiful is our beautiful speaker, and her name is Yadira. She's currently living in Belgium. She's citizen there. So welcome today's our speaker in our talk show, and let's hear what she has for us. She has this beautiful background, as you all can see. So she is the founder of this I Am International. This is a magazine, so it talks about your women, it talks about men, how they are doing better in their life, what is special they are bringing in their life, as well in their society, wherever they are serving for. So let's welcome Yadira. Yadira, welcome on this talk show today. And we are really excited by seeing you and your this beautiful background, which itself saying a lot of things.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful and happy to be here with you. Thank you for the invitation.
Uh, Thank you, Yadira, for finding out time for us and creating a movement to inspire and to motivate our audience and our listeners. So, Yadira, as we are talking about you, so let's get know about you, who you are as a person, how what way you grew up, what kind of things you had in your life before reaching on the in your career line or in your founder as a CEO, as a founder of this international magazine?
Well, where do I start? I grew up in a Christian family, I can say that. I was born in Colombia and then raised in Ecuador. Why? My family, it starts from a long journey. My grandparents had
Mhm.
to move from Colombia because in the time of violence in Colombia, my grandfather um, um, he was running for vice president, and in that time, there were wars between the liberals and the conservatives, and he was from the liberal party, so he had to run in that time. Escape from Colombia, and he ended up in Ecuador. So of course, with the time and everything, after I was born, we had to moved to Ecuador because to be close to my grandparents, and that's
Mhm.
how things went from one thing to the other. But in this sense was that he was the founder of this beautiful city that it is now in Ecuador. So I
Mhm.
actually grew up with my sister and my little cousins growing up in this little city. In this time, many years ago, it was a little town in the middle of the jungle. So I
Mhm.
grew up running barefooted with um, Indians speaking their language, which was the Quechua. So I grew up running barefooted, fishing, and learning the language with them. So it was a great youth. And then this was the holidays that we spent, and going back to Quito, which is the capital in Ecuador, going to study in this international school where I studied. And this was my growing up. So learning from the skills from growing up that my grandfather taught us, and with which we grew up with the Indians, fishing and all of these skills of growing up in the jungle, and how we had to learn to survive if we ever get lost in the middle of the jungle, and how to survive there. I think it was amazing because that taught me so many things on how to survive in,
Mhm.
let's say, the jungle of cement nowadays. How to be a fighter and survive in any um, survival mode that we have to do it in our days, in today.
Mhm.
So any struggles that we have. So I learned a lot. I grew up in a Christian family. I grew up in a fighter's family. So it was amazing growing up. And then, of course, my youth. I grew up in the city and going, like I tell you, back and forth to the jungle, and then I end up studying in the United States, and this is another culture, you know. So it was going from the jungle to the city, and then all the way to another culture in the United States. It was like shocking, but it was amazing because you're learning all these cultures and these different things, and this is how my world opened. I love traveling, and this is how I started discovering new things and discovering how amazing it is to get to know more about the world, how amazing it is to get to know about other cultures, how wonderful it is to get to know other, not only the Christianity, but other religions, other, um, like, yeah, other everything around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I say I am a citizen of the world, because not only I am born in Colombia, I've been raised in Ecuador, I've been raised in the US, and as you
Yeah.
see, I am now a citizen and living in Belgium. So I've been
Oh,
traveling
wow.
around the world and raised everywhere, and I accept the culture. I love that, and I think that is one of the things that it is important. We have to accept and
Mhm.
receive and love everyone how it
Yeah,
is and how they
yeah,
are. That's the only
yeah.
way that we have to accept each other, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's very interesting. The way you explained about your growing up journey, having exposure of different culture, and uh, the mindset now the present time you have developed, being a global citizen, being having acceptability of all kind of ethnicity, people, culture. Whereas now, if we see many time, it becomes uh, very big issue in many part of the world, right? So definitely learning from you is about the how one can be having acceptability of different culture is really important. um, Yadira, this is interesting to know about your childhood journey. Moving ahead, if we ask how you reach on this, the platform, like having your own international magazine as a CEO and founder, whereas uh, you yourself as a woman. So I believe you might have had a lot of challenges before reaching on that.
Well, it did, because before becoming the I Am International Magazine, I had to go through a lot of struggles in my life. And let
Hmm.
me tell you, it was not easy,
Hmm.
especially as a woman, as
Yeah.
women, because not everything is pink colored or like I painted to you. I went through several divorces. I went through um, feeling not worth it, feeling that I was doing everything wrong. And I was choosing always the wrong man. I don't know if the women out there were feeling the same way I was once feeling. So I end up um, always choosing the wrong man. I was always choosing or falling in love. Oh, I'm in love, and I thought, okay, this is the right person, but it wasn't. And I was always feeling guilty of the wrong choices, and I was
Mhm.
always blaming others of the wrong
Mhm.
choices. And I end up being in Belgium as a single mom of three kids and struggling. And it was difficult. And then I was bitter. I was upset. I was angry. Um, I was blaming others, and I was blaming myself. And I was also feeling like, like you have this feeling like, what if I
Mhm.
have done this? What if I took this other decision? What if? And you're always feeling like what ifs, and you're not feeling enough. You're not feeling that you are worth it. And then
Mhm.
you're working this 24/7 jobs to be able to survive and to be able to give everything to your kids, and you don't have the time to be with them. and you are feeling guilty because you're not raising them well, or because you're not giving them everything you can, and you're not feeling well enough because you don't have everything that you want. Besides
Mm-hmm.
that, you're not happy. And you don't have the love of your life. So I was feeling like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one day in 2010, I had a car accident and
Oh.
my life stopped. That's the day
Oh.
that Yadira Gonzalez before that died.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that a car accident, the woman who caused the accident, blessed my life. God blessed my life because my life changed. That's the moment that I died, my life, my new journey, my new I am, my new Yadira, the new I am, I found it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where my new journey started it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who I am today. So what happened then was that even though I'm gonna tell this story, even though the day I woke up after a 2 week in a coma,
Oh.
my doctor came and say, I have bad news. You will never walk again. And
Oh.
of course, for me, it was a little bit shocking. But at the same time, I look at him and say, you are wrong. You are the doctor. You have to do your job as a doctor. I will do mine and God will do his. But I am going home from here to my house walking. And he just looked at me and he said, no, you don't
Mm-hmm.
understand. You had a car accident, and when you came to the hospital, I saved your leg because it was in very bad conditions, but your hips and your pelvis are totally destroyed, and there's
Right.
nothing I can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that your upper body can hold together to your bottom body. And I looked at him and say, you're the doctor, do your job. I will do mine and God will do his. And then
Mm-hmm.
he just looked at me and he just looked at me and looked at my parents. My parents were here in Belgium visiting me. He just looked at me and he said, okay. Maybe she's in shock, and he walked away. And then my parents looked at me and he said, are you okay? I said, yes, I am. I said, okay, let's pray. And we prayed and say, um, do you know what he said? I said, yes, but I'm walking from here to my home. And I was like, okay. So 3 days later, the doctor came back and he said, you know what? You pushed me to the limit. So I talked to the best doctors from Belgium, including me and one from France, and we will see what we can do. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, fine. And well, they did. But after 19 surgeries during these 10,
Oh.
11 years in therapies, I am walking. I am not in perfect conditions, but I'm walking. I'm happy. I did it. They did it. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I did during these 10, 11 years after therapies is not that. What happened is that I re-encounter myself.
Wow.
I re-encounter my I am. I re-encounter the greatest I am, the
Mm-hmm.
person who created us to his um, image. So I fell in love again. I fell in love with myself. I re-encounter my I am. I fell in love with the love of my life, which is me,
Right.
which is him, which is our creator, which is falling in love with our um, great interior, with ourself, with
Mm-hmm.
the power of um, creating our surroundings, the law of attraction, the image of being powerful, of creating our own dreams. The moment that you fall in love with your own self, with the love of your life, with your
Yeah.
I am, you can create anything around you. I
So,
start
Yadira,
forgetting.
I would just like to ask you when you are saying you definitely hearing all these trauma, these kind of incident is not really a happy thing. But out of these trauma, you found your real version of yourself. You found a real love by making and right choice this time, and you are flourishing in your life now. You are happy. So when we are talking about after all these trauma, whether it's about talking about falling in love with the wrong person, getting trauma in type of having when you are getting to know that you are not now normal, right, in a physical terms, and whereas you was having that purpose now they're coming up, I will walk, but same time you found yourself and you fall in love for yourself. So how this kind of motivation or kind of thing was coming even after so many adversities, because we know we as a women we have power, we are having always leading with a lot of challenges, but many times we need to hear what kind of things was making you keep motivated, or keeping you in the direction of finding your own true love or to
Well,
yourself or something. Yeah.
yes, one of the things is that we have to go back to basics. And well, I also coach this. I don't only have the magazine, but I have a coaching company, and I also coach women to find their I
Mm-hmm.
am. And one of the things that I say is always going back to basics.
Mm-hmm.
When we were kids, we always learned
Mm-hmm.
um, about God or
Mm-hmm.
Allah,
Yeah.
whatever religion you have. We
Mm-hmm.
always learned about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he created us. He
Mm-hmm.
was the one who gave us that little um, seed and created us. And we have to go back to basics. The moment that we fall in love back with him, we will fall in love with ourselves. We will fall in love with the I am. The moment
Mm-hmm.
that we fall in love with him and we fall in love with us, with ourselves, that's the moment that we start falling in love again. Start praying, start looking for the positive things, because I know as humans we are always looking for the negative thing,
Mm-hmm.
even for ourselves. Even if we look in the mirror, we're like, oh no, I'm looking fat, oh no, look at this, ah, this little pimple is growing, it looks so ugly. It doesn't matter. The moment that you look in the mirror, just look at yourself and say, look how beautiful I look today.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. Even if I've gained 20 kilos because of something I was taking, a medicine I was taking. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody was like, oh my God, even my kids, you're looking so fat. I look beautiful. I've been skinny all my life. I want to enjoy being fat because I've never been fat in my life. And then, okay, now I'm losing some kilos, but I say, I want to enjoy being a little bit, having these kilos. And I look at
Yeah.
myself, I say, I look so delicious. Look at that. I'm going to say, I look at that butt. I've never had
Mm-hmm.
such a big butt in my life,
Yeah.
but enjoy it and
Right.
love yourself.
Yeah.
Love yourself the way you are.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk negative about you.
Yeah.
Start loving yourself. It doesn't matter how you are, how you look. It doesn't matter what people say about you. It's about you, how you think about yourself.
Right.
Start forgiving yourself, because
Yeah.
we are our worst enemies and we are the ones that are always talking bad about ourselves.
Yeah.
We are our worst enemies. So we are the ones that we have to start talking to ourselves
Mm-hmm.
positive. So we have to say, because we are the ones that are just like, God, I'm so guilty because of this. God, I'm so guilty. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Stop it. Start saying, yeah, what I did was right. Okay, could be wrong. It's done. Forget about it and forgive yourself. Okay, it's done. I forgive myself. And if you have to ask for forgiveness, even if it hurts so much, say, you know what I did was wrong. Forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't forgive you, okay, they don't forgive you, but you have to forgive yourself.
Yeah, I think that's very beautiful. you know, I can say the learning you are sharing with us, because many times these are very small things which you are sharing with us, but it really create a big impact in your mind, in your life, in your psychology, and the way you behave. So talking about, like as you said, you was enjoying those moments, even we know you those were because of medication, because of the changes was going on from the previous to the new life. I will use that way. So rather than getting again into the same pyramid of guilt, and rather and reaching out towards to the top of guilt, you started enjoying, and you were shattering down those guilt feeling. You was enjoying the whatever way you was. And I feel it's so important for all of us, because as a human we have to find our own positive rather than looking for negative. And
Yes.
so, so Yadira, when we are talking all this, your mindset, this is your creating yourself from bitter to sweet. You develop this kind of mindset, then you started coaching and you have your magazine. Did you find a kind of pushback, revert back? Because many times it happens. We are trying to follow the path. It comes like from wisdom and all, but then maybe your circle, your surroundings, they try to see, oh, this is not for you, this is not you, because they are not used
Yes.
to of this your new version of yourself.
Yes. I lost my best friends for I've been living here in Belgium 21 years, and I
Mhm.
lost all my best friends.
Mm,
They all said, "This is not you. We don't like what you're doing. It's not gonna be okay." And I lost them all. One of the things I tell you, the right people are gonna come your way, and the
right.
people that are not gonna be with you
Mm,
on your new path, they're gonna walk away. Like,
right.
why? Because those are the ones that are not going to be with you. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
ones that are going to be against you when you are going to go to the high level. And that's the high level that God is taking you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to tell you one thing. When you have a dream in your heart, it's because God put it there. And if you have that dream, you have to make that dream come true, because things are going to be possible because God already has a plan for that dream to make it true. I know it's difficult sometimes because you're afraid to make that first step, but you
Mm-hmm.
have to make it happen, because when it is already in your heart, God is going to make it happen. It's going to be very easy. But don't allow others to say it's not going to happen,
Mm,
because those knowers are pushing
mm-hmm.
you down. But
Yeah,
when you're going to start making it, there's going to be a lot of people coming that are going to help you make it through.
right.
And those knowers are the ones that are pushing you down. And those are the ones that are going to get out of your life, because those are the ones that are not going to be in your path.
Right.
The path in your life, the people that are going to be in your life until certain time are the ones that are going to be there for certain reasons. If they leave, they helped you for that certain time, and the ones that are coming back are going to help you maybe forever, or maybe just for a certain portion of your life, to push
Right.
you, to help you, to give you some certain push until you get to a certain position, and then they have to go. But
Right.
always there people are going to be going and going in and out of your life, but they always have a purpose. Why to leave, why to go, why to stay. So never
Right.
be afraid of when, or sad when they have to leave. If they leave, there's a reason for it. So just
Yeah.
leave it there. When a door closes, don't try to open it again. A better
Mm-hmm.
one is opening ahead of you.
Mm, yeah,
So
that's
that
beautiful
is,
said. Beautiful, beautiful. So, Yadira, we are talking about your changes, but same time we are seeing you are making now changes in many lives by having this IM, which is the international magazine. So, how this movement started? What insight you found? Like, yes, as you said, we all have small seed inside our heart. So, just share with that seed journey from seed
yes.
plant and then further becoming a beautiful tree?
Yeah, well, I started it. I actually didn't start it long ago. It was in 2019.
Mm,
I started actually my coaching for women, and after a while, I think it was in the middle of the year, or in December,
mm,
I it was a prayer. It was on 18 December. I started praying that evening, and I said, God, I want to go more. I just don't want to having like this little group of women coaching them. I want to go out. I want to go out to the world and teach everyone, to empower
mhm,
women and to empower others, not only women, but the whole world, that they can see or read or something. How do I go out there? And in the middle of the night, I was awakened, and I say, and with all this information, make a magazine and empower others and help others. And it was just like that. So I woke up and I started creating it. I was like, okay, how do I create the magazine? How am I going to start this? How I already had the whole information. So
mhm.
it is I called my team, which is my sister and my best friend, my two best friends, and I told them, I say, hey, this is the idea. I want to start the magazine. I want to help coaches, entrepreneurs, and everybody to tell their story of who they are, what they do what they do. And there I am, like the story that I'm telling right now, to put it in the magazine and take them out there so the readers can connect with them, and they can say, hey, I connect with this story. I want to contact this person and see if they can help me. And
Yeah.
they were like, when do you want to start this? This was
Mhm.
19 December 2019. I say, January 2020. It was like, we don't have time. I said, well, we have to do it. It was like, okay, I'm in. I was like, okay, let's. And we started like that. We
Mhm.
started right away. We started looking for people if they wanted to join, to write, to be on the cover. And we did it. And people started joining. They wanted to be on the cover. They wanted to write on the stories. And in November 2020, we decided to open the Spanish issues, because there were people from the Spanish community that we have in South America and everybody everywhere else, because they were like, okay, there's people, we don't speak English, but we want, like the Spanish version.
Yes.
It was like,
Yeah.
okay, we do it in Spanish. And it has been so good, because the this year, the English covers with the story, we had, you don't even imagine, people had been calling that they want to be on the magazine, they want to share, they love the version of What It Is I Am, because we want to share, what is the love. We want to share, um, develop personal development. We want to share coaching. We want to share tips and tricks that you get empowered. The person that is reading gets empowered. They get what I'm sharing you right now, the show, the love, the coaching, the everything that you can, and you can share your story of how you started it. What you're doing here, as this Sashi, we are sharing your story with love, and people can get to know you
Yeah.
globally. and
Yeah.
uh, and that's the way how you be visualized around the
Right.
world.
Right.
So
Yeah. I
that's
think
how.
that's, yeah, that's very beautiful. And I think we are in the same way, having same purpose to create positivity, to create motivation, inspire others to get better in their life, whatever steps or whatever stage they are. Yeah, as I say, we all have to pay, or we all have to contribute from our side whatever best we can. We all work, but art of work, what really we contribute, maybe by our work, maybe some other way. So yeah, this is really inspiring. I am, yes, I am Shashi, I am Yade, or maybe many more. So we are definitely looking forward to hear many more I am. So Yadira, when we are talking about your magazine, as you shared the vision then you found, okay, it's a kind of, all of a sudden maybe it's a blessing, or the idea in the form of shaping the magazine. Did you find difficulties during this process as well? Because we all get idea, we all get our things, but many, they put down themselves, they feel no, like, because of those
No.
challenges, those struggles, right? And uh, how, if you found those struggles, first share your struggles and then share about how you overcome, because running anything constantly and persisting, that is important to be
Well,
successful.
let me tell you, we are working on it. We have a nice team now. And as I was telling you, when you have a dream in your heart that God puts it there, the people are just going to come easily. Everything is going to come easily. And if you really have that vision where
Mm.
you want to go, things are going to go easily.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting, this is our first year. I mean, 1 year and a half that we have. And until now, it has been going very smoothly. Thank
Mm-hmm.
God.
Mm-hmm.
So no, until now, no struggles, thank God, and everything is going very nice. So it's going smoothly. It's going very nice. We have no struggles until now. Um,
That's very
it goes
nice.
well.
That's
Yes, it
very
goes
nice.
well. Let me tell you, like I tell you, when it's a dream that you really have the vision, that you really have it in your heart, everything is gonna come the way it has to come.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just
yeah,
comes
definitely.
smoothly. Yes.
So as you, first of all, right, you are blessed, and we God keep giving blessings to you and to others and to us as well. So, but talking about your work journey, which you are sharing, it's very smooth. But as a coach, you do coaching, and you might find in your coaching experiences the similar kind of question. What's your response would be?
What is my?
Your response, suppose somebody is coming with the same question, they are having desire, they have started something, but due to those challenges they are feeling like to put down or to close down. What kind of challenges, whatever kind of challenges they have, how you can motivate them, what kind of your learning, your experiences tip would you like to share with them?
I think that one of the most important things is that always believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Always believe in yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
know, because I also went through that moment that you lose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You lose yourself. You lose that faith in yourself, that faith in anything,
Mm-hmm.
even in God, in anything. You forget about everything. You forget about yourself, and you
Mm-hmm.
start doing. Okay, I was living for my 3 kids, but I forgot about myself. I forgot how powerful I could be when I believe in myself, and I forgot how worth it I was, how valuable I was, how happy I could be within the happiness I could have within myself. And I just tell you, believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Believe that happiness, you are not going to find it out there. You find it within yourself. The
Mm-hmm.
moment that you find your I am, you're going to find love. You're going to find everything else around you is going to change. So always believe in yourself. Your negative life is going to change.
Yeah.
Your that law of attraction is true because everything changes around you. So
I
yeah,
think
believe in
yes,
yourself.
that law of attraction and having this kind of positive mindset, especially during this current pandemic time, our audience, our listeners, they need that. We know we all are going through a little hard time. We many are having a lot of stress, job losses, challenges, but please believe in the same way, like as our today's speaker Yadira is saying, law of attraction, and believe in yourself. So things will fall on your way when you are having that kind of faith in your work, in your determination, in your purpose. So, for moving ahead, Yadira, that's a superpower dose of motivation, I believe. uh, okay, the question I would like to ask about what way you define your leadership style as you work for women, you are passionate as a coach, how you define your leadership style.
How do I define my leader? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love empowering women. So it's about empowerment. Yeah, I love
Mhm.
empowering women. Why? Because one time I was someone that didn't believe in myself. I want women, if you need someone to hold your hand and say, hey, I'm here, I can show you how I did it. Come, I'm gonna show you to find your I am. I'm gonna show you how to do it.
Right.
I'm gonna show you how to do it because I did it. And some people might find it difficult, but it is not. It is easy when you already have it within yourself. So it's just the power of will. And I love empowering women, and I love showing you the way, because the moment that you have it, it just goes like that.
Uh-huh. Mm. So that's beautiful way to feel and work along, I think, alongside with your purpose as having a feeling of empowerment, maybe some other way. There are many ways to have leadership style. Yadira, last but not least, uh, how you find a platform like this, Women Dialogue, which is globally, broadcast and aired, is important in same way like as you feel empowerment or many other ways.
Well, I think it's wonderful. I believe that we have to be empowered. I believe that we have to work together as women to grow together, because if we don't do it, nobody else will.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe, thank you so much for inviting me. And I think that is something wonderful that what you're doing. And together we make it happen. And together we're better. So thank you for inviting me to this wonderful show that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. And I am so happy to have you. And I just would like to add a little more when you are saying this, these so polite and humble word. I'm really so pleased to hear. By today having you, since it's a global show, we are having almost more than 80 plus. And it's like we have crossed almost more than 45 countries out of more than 80 shows globally, all these beautiful speaker women as like you and many others. So I'm really happy. I'm really blessed to have you all. So thanks to all of your my beautiful speaker who come out, who spoke with their heart by sharing their knowledge, by sharing their true to yourself, like you, as you shared so authentically, genuinely about your life journey, your experiences. And that's what it makes as a women dialogue special, because we talk with our heart to heart, soul to soul, and we are authentic. We want to develop, we want to not only ourselves but to others as well as our audience and listeners. So thank you so much, Yadira, for joining us on this mission and purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting also me, and namaste.
Oh, namaste. And thanks to all our viewers who are listening and watching us. And we all know we experience a lot of hardship, challenges in our life. You are not different from others. We are here, and that's what we are creating. You are every time hearing our from different speaker, their life experiences, their journey. And that's what makes us real. So please join us here and get motivated, get inspired. And in the same way, for today's, that's it. But I will join you with the next episode, with the next new motivation, and with next beautiful speaker, with new learning for us. And keep stay connected, subscribe, share, and like. and wait for the next episode. I will be there for you to motivate again. Take care. Bye bye.